Write an equation of each line relationship after transforming y equals x. So this is the dilation factor of 5 over 6. So then it'd be y equals, it's a dilation, so the mx, the dilation is the how much bigger than x, and right there. So y equals to 5 over 6x. Same thing here, factor of 8. So y equal dilation of 8 by a factor of 8. It's increasing by that much. You can write it like that, or just y equals 8x. Reflect over the x-axis. That's y equals to negative x. There's all the answer. 6 down. Okay, so here's where you start out and move it 6 down, so you minus 6 wherever you're at. E, dilation by a factor of 2. Okay, then a translation of 3 up, so makes sense. Factor of 2 and then 3 up. Add the 3 right here, right? Reflection first over the x-axis, so y equals negative x. First, dilation by a factor of 3, then multiply that by 3, then a transformation down 9 units after that, minus translation of 9 units minus 9. So your answer then is y equals negative 3x minus 9. Write an equation of this line. Perfect. Y equals to mx plus b. That's an equation of a line. B is the y-intercept, which is that one. And that point is going by 2. It's 6. The slope, oh, they got a point here for you. So I'm going up 2, 4, 6 over also 6. So 6 over 6. Up 6 over 6 is 1 whole. So y equals to 1x. Or x plus 6. 1 is invisible in math if it's next to a variable. Funny, the 6 looks like a b. Okay, write an equation of line after a translation of 8 units. Okay, so y why is that minus 6? Oh, because it's down. I just read translation of 8 units, so this is down 8 units. So you start out with y equals x plus 6, because that's where you start, because then you move down 8, so you minus 8. That's why they have the equation of this one is y equals to x minus 2. You combine these 2 to 6 minus 8 is a negative 2, right? Additive inverse, if you've forgotten, plus that, you get a negative 2. So then they said graph the line. Okay, you graph this line, y negative 2. You start out at the y-intercept of negative 2, and you go up 1 over 2, or you can do 2 over 2, which is same as 1 whole. 2 over 2. We can do 4 over 4, 3 over 3. Still is 1 whole. 1 whole could be 4 over 4, 6 over 6, whatever fraction to be 1 whole. There we go. And write the equation of a line after translation of up 6 units. So you start out with y equals to x plus 6, that's the original, and then you move that line by 8, so you add 8, y equals to x plus 14. Okay, and graph that. That's how they got this equation. Okay, and graphing that, starting out at 14, and then 1 over 1 could be 4 over 4, same thing as 1, and all of that, and graph that right there. And those are your 2 lines. Noticed, because the slopes are the same, all the lines are parallel. The slopes are all 1. That's the whole lesson that I want you to get out of what we learn in class. Okay, so I need you to do the stretch. Graph each given sequence of transformation. Are the equations the same? Explain why the equation must be the same or why they are different. Use transformation to support your answer. Okay, so you start out with y equals to x. This is for number 1. Up 4, so you add 4. Then a dilation by a factor of 2. So you're factoring 2. That means you multiply it all by, this whole thing grows by 2. So you have to put parentheses around the whole thing, and then 2. So the equation for this is 2x plus 8. Distribute, okay? That means to multiply. Fancy word for multiplication. Okay? So y equals x by a factor of 2. Oh, let me put the x. By a factor of 2, so multiply that by 2. After that, you translated that whole thing up 2. So up 4, add 4. Translate up 4 units. Okay, I hope you remember translation and all that from last year. So those are the equation. They are not the same. These 2 equations definitely not the same. The lines are parallel, but they are not the same line, because the y-intercept are different. They are different from each other while the slope is the same. The lines are not the same because the y-intercept are different. 1 is 8. 1 is 8. You have to write all this. I won't have enough space. So 1 is 8. The other y-intercept is 4. The reason why they're different is the first one, because they want to use transformation to support your answer. The first one, it translate up 4 first, and then all of it, like I explained to you, multiply by all dilation a factor of 2. Or this one had a dilation factor of 2 first, and then it moved up. So therefore, it's different. Okay? You have to say all that. And that's all in here. If you don't know what to say, there it is. You can write down. That's the review. Draw a similar triangle on the graph to determine the slope. Okay? Well, that's the only way you can find slope, right? Here's one. This is a triangle. So let's use any dot we want. I'm going to use here, not too close. So this is, the graph is going down. If you write your name, it's going down. So it's going to be a negative slope, right? Down 3. Oh, this is down 6. Oh, no, it's down 3. It's going by 1. And, oh, I wouldn't use that one, huh? It's the wrong one to use. I'll do down 2. This is down 2 to this number, which is a 1 over 1, down 2. And if it goes to the right, it's a positive. Left is a negative. So this is, the slope is negative 2 over 1, or just negative 2. Okay. So if you write the equation of a line, in good practice for writing equation of a line, y equals negative 2x plus 18. So it will be on your test. Okay. This one here, you can do any two, and I'll show you. Let's say I used this one and say this one here. Okay. Say I go down first. That's a negative. And it's counting by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, negative 8 over both ways. The x is also counting by 2 because I'm going left. Notice my numbers are getting more negative from here to here. It's getting more negative. So the negative 2 went to negative 4. So that's a negative 2 there. It's counting by 1. These are counting by 1 the other way. So that's a negative 2. Your answer is still a positive 4. So if you want to start on the y-intercept, going to here, you're going 2, 4, 6, 8. Going up, that's positive. And to the right are also positive. So 8 over positive 8 over a positive 2 is still a positive 4. Okay, it's a concept I want you to learn. Identifying similar triangle. Explain how the triangles are similar by angle similarity theorem. Okay, first is x is shared, so we know that if you need to draw that triangle out, that both triangle is shared the x. Q 90 degrees, and the big triangle x, these two are shared the degrees and the 90-degree angle. That's why they're similar. So write it out. Because it says to explain, you need to write out. angle X is shared, and they have 90 degrees. Okay. Well, here's same thing. You got 90 degrees for angle Y, angle W are 90 degrees, and vertex X is shared. It's called vertex right here. So this is called vertical angles are congruent. The vertical angles Okay, so here, solve each proportion for the unknown. So scaling is hard. You see, you can't scale 3 to 3.5. So you have to solve the proportion. So you get 3x equals, you multiply them. Multiply that. That's 7. Divide by 3. By 3, x equals 2. I'm gonna assume they want it as a decimal because they gave the problem in decimal. So 7 divided by 3 is 2, 6, 1, ... 0, 10, that's 3, and then I'll repeat, right? So 2.3 repeating. Multiply that, get 1 point. Just make sure. 18. Good thing I made sure. 4m divide by 4. M times 4 is 4m. M is equal to, reduce that, that's 9/2. And 9/2 is 4.5. Okay, and that's how you do those. Hope that helps. If you have any question, if you're confused on this, I see kids doing it wrong and not checking the video. I'm going to start giving you 0 when your work is all wrong.